up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Hey. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to talk about Kandi and them. Baby, they should have called it Kandi and them. Oh, my notes are right here. It's not in my phone. It was a cute episode. I really like this show. I like Kandi and the gang. I like the fact that they're spotlighting other people. I guess Kandi, if they make it to season 2, when did Lisa stop showing up? She was always there as like a guest. She wasn't really the main person. But I want to say like season 3. Was Lisa still around season 3? Now, it depends on how long these people want to be spotlighted. It depends on how long these people want to be in the spotlight. When I was thinking about Stassi and Jax and what's the girl's name? Sheena and uh, uh, Sandoval, who are all of them? All of them had dreams of being in acting. And so the natural thing to do in Los Angeles is so that you can be available to go on calls and stuff like that is to be a server because you have the flexibility to go on auditions and things like that. I don't know if this is that crew. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of these people, probably with the exception of Brian, who actually want to be like in show business. You know what I mean? Like Dom, she dances, right? So like her probably create a lot more opportunity for her. But I don't see any of the other ones. Maybe Torrin will, get his event planning, but he seems to already be doing well with that. So outside of wanting to be in showbiz, I feel like I don't know how long these people are going to last going into the second season, if they want their lives followed to that extent. Some of them might. They might see how first season goes because I know that they filmed before and they had to kind of scrap everything. That's why we're able to see kind of like I guess flashbacks, and you could see the staff looks totally different. So they've been filming and then they stopped. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how what longevity in terms of you. It just depends on if these people want to be spotlighted. You know what I'm saying? So we are introduced to Patrick and Melvin, and they're both cousins of Kandi. Melvin is the kitchen manager or chef. And then Patrick runs the OLG parking lot. He loves the parking lot. He runs the parking lot. I think it's awesome that Kandi is giving jobs or giving opportunities to family members. That's the true essence of a family business. I love the fact that she sent Melvin to culinary school. I'm not sure what the fuck Todd had anything to say about it. Are you gonna get back there and cook? The fuck? I was like, what? Why he got something to say about somebody paying for somebody to go to culinary school? That's like, that's the one thing, like, y'all know I'm never here for Sugar Mama, but I can give it to her because she does create opportunities for people. I'm not going to take that away from her. You know what I'm saying? Todd, that's something about him making that comment about paying for Melvin's culinary school just struck me the wrong way. If you see somebody, this is what people with money usually do. If they see somebody who has potential and who's going to put in the effort to be whatever it is they are potentially aspiring to be, and you have the means and the resources to make that happen for the person by sending them to a culinary school, bitch, that's good karma, like a motherfucker. Do you hear me? Like, you actually put somebody in position to have a livelihood. I don't know why that struck me the wrong way when Todd was like, you send him to culinary school. Where the fuck she supposed to send him? And then they were talking about how good he fried chicken. Shit, can you imagine if they had overlooked Melvin and was just like, well, Melvin, he back there washing dishes. The parking lot, think it's perfect. We don't know what else Patrick is good at except for screwing, apparently. But he's good at handling the parking lot pimp. Okay. And that's within his lane, but she still has provided a family member with an opportunity to do something where they could make some money. I don't know. I think it's wonderful. Melvin, he has a girlfriend named Safari, who is an esthetician or something like that. She's in that field, esthetician. What does she do? Fillers and stuff like that. What do they call them people? I don't know what they call them. But he said he's hung up his player jersey, and that's the one where we they was calling a hoe. That's Bertha's grandson. So we go out with Brandon and 305 Dom. Um, Brandon would have to be demoted. If you want to fraternize with the staff, you cannot be in a leadership position. End of story. There's no discussion. There's no negotiation. It's none of that. It is an abuse of power. And because you have to be consistent all the way around, you can't give the person you're placing your penis in favor over other people or trying to stick your penis in, because honey, she wouldn't even let you plant your lips on her face. She was like, how that, bruh? Didn't nobody tell you that? Didn't nobody tell you to get close? I just don't like leader and employee relationships. I don't think that it's going to be good. Anything can happen. Like I said, it is an abuse of power. You have to be consistent as a leader. If Dom does something and you don't reprimand her, and now what it looks like is that you're giving her favor because you are wanting to be with her, or you are with her, or whatever. So I don't think it's a good relationship to build. I think it's a recipe for disaster. I think if he wants to continue to date the staff, that he needs to be demoted. Right? Honey, she mushed his face and was like, absolutely not. So they're just talking about, liking each other, him liking her, or liking the way they looking at each other, the stuff, the vibes. So we get over Torin's house. I want to call him Torian, but it's Torin. We get over Torin's house, and it's Chandrika and 305. So they at Torin's house, and he made a little charcuterie board. They was like, dude, you do all this event planning and the stuff be so nice, and he did my party and it was so nice, and I come here, you want to feed me raw broccoli. That shit was so funny to me. They are so funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. So he basically lets us know that he didn't get paid for the reunion, event. And they were like, what? And so they were also talking about how his heart is in it, and how they do want to see OLG successful because they've been there since day one. We talked a little bit about Dom dating. She doesn't want anyone to know that Brandon is interested in her. Brandon is very attractive. He looks like Wood Harris to me. He really does. He looks like Wood Harris. His eyes just need to be a little bit more slanted. Oh, I guess I can't say that, huh? I can't say somebody's eyes are slanted, huh? His eyes just need to be a little bit more slanted. He would look just like Wood Harris. Anyway, he's very handsome, very chocolatey, and very handsome. But we know that in food service, and we know when you work at a restaurant or you work at a bar, everybody's screwing each other. They done screwed each other. We saw that in Vanderpump Rules. Everybody's screwing each other. Everybody's hooking up. Right? So it's the same all the way around across the board. That is really the culture of food service industry. The bartenders, the barbacks, the servers, doormans, you might sleep with the security guard. That's what it's giving, and that's what it's going to give forever. Just ask any server. Anybody can attest to that. You may have been the one that wasn't screwing everybody, but I'm sure you witnessed it if you were a server. So we get over Aunt Bertha's house, and Melvin walks in. He says he makes it a point to go visit his grandmother and sit with her. I thought that was very nice. And he's in the kitchen. They're making cornbread, mac and cheese. I thought I saw some green. Did I see some greens in there? I said, that boy can fry some chicken. That's what they say, all of them. All the aunties said, that boy can he can fry some chicken. So I wonder how, and they always talking about the wings. So are the wings good at OLG? They said it was a little salty. That's what the reviews be saying. So I don't know. They said they're good. OLG wings are good, and those fried Deviled eggs. That's what I keep hearing about. That boy can fry some chicken. Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter. Is that Aunt Bertha's daughter? Candy's aunt. Yeah, Candy's aunt. No, Candy's cousin. Candy's cousin. Kim. Is that her name? Well, she left the restaurant. She used to work at the restaurant. She left. And when she was leaving, apparently she was asking people who's coming with me. Girl, where are you going? She went to another. Did you go to Blaze? Well, where were you going? When you was talking about come with us. Who was you going to Applebee's? Where was you going, girl? Papa Do's? Talking about you coming with us. So, rightfully so, I'm sorry, but Mama Joyce cussed her ass out. This ain't my motherfucker. Didn't nobody say this is my motherfucking kitchen. So she left, and Mama Joyce cussed her ass out because she didn't like the fact that she was asking people who's going with me. So Mama Joyce didn't particularly care for that. So they really want to sit down and have a meeting with, the aunties and Kim and Weenie and who else was there? And the aunties, right? Weenie and Kim were there. So then, so they're going to have a meeting. That's what they want to do to make sure everything is, okay, to straighten everything out. So we see Brian, finally meets, Brian walks in the door. He finally meets Phillip. Now, Phillip, I will have to say, he does not seem approachable. And I'm not sure if that is his goal as a leader, to be unapproachable, but it doesn't make for an effective work environment if people don't feel comfortable coming to you, because essentially you will be leading no one, because no one will come to you and look to you for leadership or guidance or advice or even feedback. So if you're unapproachable, you're not leading anyone. Nobody's going to want to come to you. They're going to, because they have a relationship with Kandi, they're going to go directly to Kandi. You see, Torrin pulled his Kandi card. Honey, I'm in here through Kandi. I don't know what you got going on or what you think. I don't even like the way he spoke to Torrin. I don't. Because baby, he's better than me. Torrin is better than me, because I'm a bit like, let me go back. So Brian, he walks in. This is his first day back, and so he finally runs into Phillip. I know there's going to be some changes around OLG. He said, "Did you change it?" Because from their experience, managers and people in leadership, they stay for a few months and they leave. Now, like I said, for me, from my perspective, when leadership leaves, there is either a problem with being undermined, or they're not being paid enough for what they're being asked to do. So that's how I have always associated with leadership leaving. Typically, your turnover or your revolving door is with your servers and your bartenders, not leadership. And when the leadership leaves, there's something wrong. So from the server's perspective, they're like, "Child, he ain't gonna be here that long. Whatever, girl. He gonna be here like 5 months, 6 months." But apparently, Phillip is still there with his muscles and stuff and tattoos. So he's still there. So Phillip tells Brian he wants to make sure he's mentally connected. Brian said, "Honey, I don't know where my mental's going to be on any given day. So we just go see, girl. We just go see, and that's what it's going to be." So he tells Brian, "What did he take him upstairs or downstairs? I don't know how it's laid out." But he took him to a room and he said, "What is this going on? Is this a funeral? Look like a funeral." Maybe it was an OLG on the wall and some flowers. I don't know what the flowers were. But bitch, when the scene was over and Brian asked for the casket, when does the casket come? Is that what he asked for? bitch, that was so funny. Brian does what he wants to do. Y'all know Brian is a Virgo. He does what he wants to do. We have issues with authority. An authority who takes themselves too seriously. Girl, why are you so serious? What you so serious about? Phillip, you too serious. Like, you too serious. And for me, like a leader who takes himself too serious, I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit. I'm just gonna fuck with you a little bit. And I'm gonna say shit. And I love the fact that the guys are like, really not letting Phillip talk to them crazy. Like Torrin was not like, he was like, girl, what? Well, I'm not here for an interview. Neither am I. So what are we doing here? So anyway, so Brian shares with us that he had started misusing alcohol for a time in his life. He felt like he was about to die. And around the pandemic, he said that he realized that, he needed to stop what he was doing. And so I'm happy to hear that he is no longer misusing alcohol. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that. So I love when he walked up to the ladies and he was like, "Welcome to Magic City." Oh, that's my other job. That's when I told you, see, Brian is just funny. He's just a funny person. He just says funny things. And for a lot of people don't like, people like Phillip will look at Brian as like, okay, you trying to be funny, you always joking, but you always serious. So we need to balance this shit out because you're taking yourself too seriously, bro. And it's like the way that he retorts and responds to people is as if he's on defense. And these are people you're asking to follow you in your leadership. So I don't know why you approach people. I feel like humble leaders are the best leaders. I just feel like that. I don't feel like arrogant leaders have people following them. They think they do, but they don't. Like people be like, they like you telling them what to do, and you look back and it's nobody behind you because they're doing their own thing. They don't respect you because you don't respect them. So why would I respect you? We're grown, right? We're grown. We're two grown people. And if I'm coming to you and asking you, you should not greet me with this barrier. Like I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't to me I feel like you're coming into a spot, I want to get along with everybody and then explain to them, here's my management style. That's why I think he dropped the ball with Torrin. Like, why haven't you had a meeting with everybody to say, here's my management style, here's my expectations of you, what do you expect of me as your leader, what would you like for me to do for you, even though I'm leading you, right? I'm your leader, I'm your leadership, but still we work together. This is a collaborative effort. This is not me telling you what to do. This is not a hierarchy. Phillip. Phillip and Felipe. Y'all notice Phillip was changing his accent, talking to his Felipe. He's from Brazil. It's a long distance relationship. He's talking about Brian and Chandrika within their little conversation or whatever. And I guess he figures like they're gonna do what they want to do. But see, you have this already in your head that they're gonna do what they want to do. I feel like, and then you also have to meet with each person individually so that you can see their personality types. What motivates you? What builds your morale? What keeps the spot? Because in a restaurant, like literally in a restaurant, everybody needs to be upbeat and lively. This is not a funeral with the OLG and the flowers on the second floor. This is a restaurant. This is a lively, family oriented restaurant. You should come in and feel happy to be here, not greeted by someone with this like, thank you for coming to OL. No, Phillip, I don't know. Phillip, you need some, I don't know. I just think humble leaders are the best leaders to me because you know that people are entrusting you. So I don't know. You know that people are looking for you to lead them. And if they don't trust you, it just doesn't make a good relationship. I just don't understand why people in leadership positions choose to manage in the way that they do, where like nobody really wants to engage with you because you're unapproachable. Girl, go home. So Phillip says eventually he wants to open up his own restaurant. So that's his goal. Um, everybody meets, all the people that used to work at OG that are back. They meet at this restaurant or whatever. They're having a meeting. It's everybody's there. It's Chandrika, Dom, Brandon. I didn't see Melvin there. Brandon. What's the other? Patrick, Torrin. O'Brien lets us know him and Torrin done tugged and pulled, done tugged or pulled at each other, but Torrin is working with a baby arm, so Brian said absolutely not. Somebody else can have him. Somebody else can do it. Chandrika's been engaged for 2 years. I think his name Patrick. Oh no, she said her and Patrick had a situationship, but he was playing. And then she went to June. His name is June. I was thinking like maybe she was engaged since June, but his name is June. They've been engaged 2 years. Um, Phillip and his brash delivery. Is he going to last though? You see that how they were talking, like, is he gonna last? We've been here, we've been holding it down, we've been here since day one, and we didn't see 5411 managers come up and through here. And then I don't know if it's because of the employees that Kandi won't let go. Like, is it them or is it the man? Like, what is going on? I need to figure out what's going on. Maybe Kandi should have been on one of those like Gordon Ramsay shows where they fix the restaurant and the staff and talk to the staff. Maybe that should have happened first. Anyways, Patrick does not appreciate the bad talk about OLG. They talked about how much they getting paid, $12. Apparently, with the statistics showing that 1 in 4 people in Atlanta are living in poverty, $12 an hour is not enough. Minimum wage is $15 an hour. Pay them people at least $15 an hour. At least $15. I know it's minimum wage out here. I don't know what it is in Atlanta, but $12 an hour, absolutely not. And then there were some talks that Chandrika's not there all the time. That doesn't matter. When I am here, I should not be getting paid $12 an hour. I should be getting paid more than that. What the fuck? What does that mean? So anyways, at Kandi's house, we see Winnie. We've met Winnie before on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Winnie is the glue. She is good at clearing the air whenever there's a problem amongst family members. Winnie is the one to be like, come on, let's get together. So they're at Kandi's house. They're getting all the food ready. Here comes the gang, right? Nora and Joyce show up. Kim shows up. That's the one who left. So they start talking about the situation. So apparently, Mama Joyce was cussing at Kim. Kim said she had the text. We never did see the text. But Mama Joyce told her this was her motherfucking kitchen. And Mama Joyce said, I ain't never said it was my motherfucking kitchen. Baby, these old ladies, they was getting up. Kandi said, Mama, please sit over here. So they moved Joyce over there. That's a gang. That is a gang. They said Aunt Nora used to whoop ass back in her day. This is the second time we done heard Nora say that she was going to drop somebody or throw them over the fence. So back in her day, Nora used to tear asses up, okay? So she's upset with I'll drop you like I did. So apparently she done dropped Kim before. And Aunt Bertha said, why are we doing all this cussing? Like, what is all this cussing? Well, that's what you told me about. This was your motherfucking kitchen. I ain't told you it was my motherfucking kitchen. That ain't even my damn restaurant. That was a kind of shady. I was like, that's not even your damn restaurant, Kandi. That was a little shade to me towards you. Why does Mama Joyce not see that restaurant as her restaurant? Y'all just using them old ladies. So that's my motherfucking kitchen. It ain't none of my motherfucking restaurant. Bitch, they was cussing each other out. That was so funny to me. But Aunt Nora is the gangster, right? She's the movie star and the gangster. She said, she better stay away from me. I'm going to drop her like I did the last time. I said, oh, what? Girl, what? You dropping people? How old is Nora? I had her age back there. I think I tore the paper out. 80 something? 80. How old is she? I must have tore the page out. Aunt Nora is 80 something. I think 80. Still trying to fight people. That's a bad mama jamma. That's a bad girl there. No, I can't find the notes that I had. Nora said she'll drop her again. So, that was the end of that. I guess they got it straightened out or whatever. Kim's not coming back. She don't think it would be good because they haven't straightened it out. Basically, they haven't straightened it out. So we get back to OLG. Patrick is in there talking to Kandi. He was like, yeah, they was talking bad about you. Not about you, but about the restaurant. She was like, saying what? Saying what? They talking what? And here come Peter bucking his chest up at me like he gonna do something. Oh god. So Kandi was like, "What?" They talking about they don't get paid enough, and Chandrika's talking about all this stuff, and she didn't like the way that sounded. But honestly, Patrick coming back and telling you what the people are saying on the inside is actually really good. You shouldn't even take offense of that. You should take that as feedback. Your people are complaining about how much they're paid and they're still loyal to you. That's not cool. Loyalty compensate for the loyalty. Now, I'm sure Kandi does a lot of things for them outside of the stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Not, I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. But $12 to me is not enough, especially if I'm working for a Grammy award winning artist at their restaurant. And their restaurant is now what would probably be considered a tourist attraction. I need to get paid more money. You need to make this worth my while. Everybody needs to be happy working in food service, I feel. So then we get Torrin and Phillip meeting for the first time. Now, I do think that Torrin should have actually greeted Phillip in a different way, in a more hospitable way. But again, he's here for Kandi put him through. That's what he said. What did he say? Kandi put me through. What did he say? I did not like the way, what's his name, said that he was not applying for a job. He was like, you haven't even introduced yourself to me. First of all, you're the leader. So whatever you would like for me to demonstrate, you need to demonstrate. How does that work for you, Phillip? Whatever you want your team to demonstrate, you have to do what? Lead by example. So you should have walked up to Torrin and said, hey, Torrin, I heard you's coming back. I'm Phillip. I'm going to be the new director of operations. It's nice to meet you. You know, measuring shit around here. Let's sit down for a second and chat so we can get to know each other for a second. That's how you greet somebody, leader. Like I said, I don't like arrogant leaders. I prefer humble leaders. He said, well, you didn't introduce yourself to me. I'm not the one applying for the job. Neither am I. But I do expect you as a leader to tell me what your management style is. I do expect you to tell me what your how do you qualify? I mean, I know Kandi and them hired you, but I need to feel comfortable. So where have you worked before? What restaurants have you worked in before? Why is that hard? Why do you feel like saying that to them would feel like you're applying for the job, or is that beneath you? Like, again, the hierarchical template that Phillip is using doesn't bode well in that type, in a restaurant environment. This is not the military, sweetie. It's not. People want to be happy. You should also exude the atmosphere that you want, that embodies OLG. This is a family atmosphere. We don't need motherfucking major pain out here, you know. We just don't. I don't want that in a restaurant. I don't want somebody all super duper serious. Like, fucking have a drink, relax, because you're doing the most. And I just didn't like the exchange between him and Torrin. I felt like Phillip should have led by example. How do you want to be greeted? Then you should have greeted Torrin that way. You shouldn't have come to him talking about, I'm not applying for a job. You're applying to be a leader of me. You want me to follow you, and you can't even tell me what your history is? You're not applying for a job, but you want me to follow you, right? Okay, so if you expect me to respect you and follow you, the same thing that you expect out of me, I expect out of you as a leader. So whatever you expect out of me, I expect you to be the model of that, leader. Okay. Anyways, that was it for the episode. I'm very excited. I love it. I like it. I think it's a great show. I hope we see a second season. Like, this is the type of show you see a second season for. That Portia Family Matters, that was a special. That was like a ski trip special, like Kandi ski trip. That's not going to happen over and over again. There's not enough. It cannot sustain more than one season. All of that was going on Family Matters, Portia Family Matters, or something like that. But this show is sustainable to where they can have multiple seasons if the people who are being spotlighted are willing to have their lives spotlighted, cameras in their house, and all of that sort of stuff. So y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. What do you think of Phillip as a leader? Do you think that he should approach the people differently? Like even with Brian, like Brian, you could tell, like, even his personality, you can see. So clearly, you're not good at different personalities because you're approaching everybody with the same way. And as a leader, you have to understand you have a staff of how many people? 10 people? You have 10 different personalities. So when you walking up to everybody with the same cookie cutter approach, everybody's not going to respond to that. A person like Brian, who's always joking, always giddy, yeah, you can tell him, yeah, I'm very serious. I'm a serious manager, blah, blah, blah. And you could tell, but you don't greet him without a smile. You're greeting people without a smile. That's the thing. That's what's getting me. I'm like, you're not even smiling at these people. I'm not fucking with you. Bye, Phillip. When you smile, honey, when you raise the corners of your mouth, then we can talk. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.